And now we're live again. So let me go ahead and swing the chat out and let the internet know that we're here. And then we're good to go. Let's see. That's not the thing I wanted to go to. Yes, that's cool and all. Apologies if you're actually in here now. Some minor technical difficulties on my end. Alright, cool, let me post that here. Done that. Dope. Alright. So let's go ahead and random all, get the dark match going. Alright, there's a right answer to this one. I'm gonna go Violent J. And R-Truth and RJ City, both good answers. But I'm gonna go RJ City on this one. So that's gonna be our dark match. And shit, my phone's literally on the other end of the room here.
Hi.
Let's see. So, RJ City, I have still yet to actually see one of his wrestling matches, but I can say with absolute certainty RJ City is very good at Twitter, which, with how rarely I'm actually watching wrestling on a weekly basis, that is how I grade wrestlers at this point. Which is why Will Ospreay, despite being absolutely magnificent athletically, is one of my least favorite wrestlers. He is very bad at Twitter. But he is going up against Violent J of the Insane Clown Posse, someone who has actually got quite a bit of experience in a pro wrestling setting. But is that going to be enough to take on RJ City? We'll certainly find out over the course of this match. As the two competitors jockey for position. Looks like Violent J getting the upper hand and dumping RJ City to the outside. RJ City responding back with a suplex of his own. Sidestepping the drop kick is Violent J, but he is shot into the corner turnbuckle. Looks like he's trying to set him up, but no, once again, Violent J dumpstering RJ City to the outside. As the two competitors battle it out near the center of the ring. Who will gain the upper hand in this exchange? And it looks like it's going to be Violent J, and Violent J's been on top for most of this contest. DDT from RJ City. And Lariat finds its mark. This could be the momentum shift that RJ City needed, but once again, Violent J there to cut him off. Big headbutt from Violent J. And headbutt once again. And Violent J just punishing RJ City, busting him open with those strong strikes. Despite that, Violent J not getting any huge offensive maneuvers off. He's kind of sticking to the basics, but those basics are proving to be extremely effective. Big repeated knee strikes from RJ City. RJ City waiting for something. Violent J coming up. He's dazed, and knee to the side of the head. RJ City once again going up top. Big boy senton off the top. And now it looks like RJ City is in control, where he has been struggling for the entirety of this match. He's finally starting to get comfortable. Big diving elbow drop. But taking his time to get up, and that allows Violent J to get to his feet and cut off any offense that he had. Wow. Absolutely devastating suplex to the outside. Yo, what's good, GK? If you couldn't tell, this is the dark match, so you've not officially missed anything. Absolutely punishing blows from Violent J, and Violent J kick to the gut. Cover, but only gets two. And once again, a spinning brainbuster of sorts from RJ City, followed by a big lariat. Violent J responding back with a vertical suplex of his own. He's gone to that suplex several times in this match. Like, you gotta figure that is one of his staple maneuvers that he feels really comfortable using. But like I said, while the basics are certainly important, if you can't keep your opponent guessing, they are only effective for so long. Big shoulder tackle from Violent J, and diving headbutt directly to the crotch of RJ City. And once again, that spinning brainbuster. But Violent J refusing to stay on the mat as he keeps getting up after maneuver after maneuver. Violent J telling everyone in the crowd, as well as his opponent, just what he thinks of RJ City. But RJ City responding back with a clutch kick out. And the two once again battling it out. Center of the ring. Big enziguri to the side of the head. And RJ City once again, oh no, cut off immediately by Violent J. Ropes, and again with that lariat, but Violent J immediately to his feet once again. He just can't seem to keep Violent J down. There's vicious open hand chops to the side of the head. Doing literally anything he can to put Violent J away. Possibly going for that spinning brainbuster again. Violent J responding back with that patented vertical suplex that he has been using to great effect over the course of this matchup. And RJ City's just going to take a breather on the outside. This match has been very difficult on him thus far, as he has yet to really gain the upper hand in a meaningful way. And those spinning brainbusters somewhat taking a page out of Violent J's textbook here, where it's just repeated, simple, but effective holds. But just strictly on that measure, Violent J's had the upper hand over the course of this entire match. And once again, vertical suplex dumpstering one of the two competitors to the outside. But Violent J not even dazed. He is getting right back into this contest. for that toe kick once again, but sidestepped. Going for that standing sleeper, one of RJ City's signature holds, but it wasn't enough. So despite all the punishment that RJ City's been taking from Violent J, he still wants to stay in this fight, and that's just earlier exactly what I was talking about. You go to that vertical suplex one too many times, your opponent starts to become ready for it. And as RJ City reversed that vertical suplex, he has gained the upper hand, and once again, Violent J cuts him off before he can gain any significant momentum. Big shoulder block. Drop kick right into the chest. But RJ City is to his feet first, but he's looking pretty winded here. Once again, that spinning brainbuster. This time, Violent J will not roll to the outside. And RJ City showing Violent J how it's done with that standing sleeper hold that he couldn't put RJ City away with. He will use that to great effect and end this match, and he's not letting go. All right, that's an excellent name for a finishing hold. Like I said, I've never actually seen an RJ City match. I just know that he is very good at Twitter, and I'm a fan for that. And that is a very RJ City finishing hold name. All right. So, let's go ahead and get another week of Blake's House Wrestling underway. Of course, the last show 2 weeks ago was the Blake's House Wrestling Judgment Pro Wrestling crossover show. Some very serious, quite literal world-shaking implications as of the result of that show. Due to the Gatekeeper, or rather, well, the Gatekeeper, A-Man, and JBIII winning those final 3 matches on the card, making it 6-4 Judgment Pro Wrestling. That caused an agreement in effect between JBIII and Princeler that the Judgment Pro Wrestling wrestlers will now become integrated into Blake's House Wrestling as regular members of the show. This will be a somewhat mutually beneficial agreement, as that will get the JPW wrestlers more TV time, and it will get more top quality talents for you, the viewers of Blake's House Wrestling. And as a direct result of that, we actually have some JPW competitors in a couple matches already tonight. So you will be seeing more and more of them over the coming weeks. Of course, we have the staple events that you come to expect from every Blake's House Wrestling show. We have the Maglo Open Challenge. Of course, that will be happening later tonight. Maglo will defend that title of the King of the Ring against a winner of a Battle Royal competitor. That will be happening earlier in the show. Of course, we have the KOF TV title. By the nature of a TV title, that is defended every week, and this week is no exception. Additionally, if you recall, there was a 2 Fatal 4-Way contests followed by a matchup to determine the number 1 contender of the tag team titles. And that number 1 contenders spots will be exercised tonight. Drew and Antonio fighting against Sterling and Worzalla in the main event for the tag team titles. Of course, we have several other matches for you guys tonight, so make no mistake, the entire card is going to be a treat from start to finish. But let's go ahead and get straight into our first show back from the break. We are going to be seeing Judgment Pro Wrestling's own. We go over to we have Jackal, who you may have seen on the CEO Gaming stream this past week. One of several competitors that you would have seen on the top 8 of the Def Jam Fight for New York tournament last week. Of course, just because the tournament is over does not mean I don't have to stop shilling for my own events. Really proud of everybody that competed in it, and it was a fantastic show from start to finish. So we are going to get to see Jackal again, and keeping up with the spirit of CEO 2019, which was last week. And if you didn't get to see anything from that event, I definitely recommend watching all the VODs of your favorite games. Jackal will be competing against Ian Bishop, the Master of Ceremonies of the side games of CEO. Of course, we are going to Madison Square Garden. I see the gatekeeper in the chat doing some advocacy for JBIII, the first ever consecutive CEO champion. JBIII, you will be seeing him later on tonight, as we will sing his praises more properly when he comes out to the ring. But let's go ahead and get into Jackal versus Ian Bishop right now. Bishop, aside from the one brief event with Admiral Funk's crew coming in a major 4 promotional crossover event. We haven't seen him on Blake's House TV since then. Hopefully ring rust will not be a factor, as Jackal is certainly no one to be taken lightly. But right now, Admiral Funk himself appears to be in pretty good standing, evading all of Jackal's major offensive efforts thus far. But Jackal not allowing that to stand. You know, as someone that has studied under the submission specialist Masa, you know Jackal is going to be looking for that arm bar, but and already working the arm with that arm drag, but Admiral Funk is not going to allow that to happen. Big back body drop, sending Bishop to the ground, but immediately gets back into the ring and reverses that side headlock. Both of these men just coming out swinging with everything they've got. Big elbow drop hold, but only gets one. Trying to steal one early in this contest, possibly. Admiral Funk in total control thus far. Big lift and drop right on Jackal's neck, but Jackal coming up swinging with that snapmare. And Jackal going for that patented armbar that he's known for, but Admiral Funk able to break the hold relatively early. But that is not going to stop Jackal. He's working the arm as best he can. Huge belly-to-belly overhead suplex. That one went over the post. But Jackal seems to not be fazed by these absolutely colossal maneuvers that Bishop has been employing. He's sticking to his game plan, for better or for worse. Once again, arm drag into an armbar. And there's that signature submission style that Jackal is making himself known for in the wrestling world. Ooh, big 1, 2. triple powerbomb whip. That's gotta be it. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. 2.9. No, Jackal is not done. Once again, Admiral Funk with that cocky cover of his, but once again, Jackal refusing to give up here. But he hasn't really gotten any significant offense in quite some time. It has been all Ian Bishop for the past several minutes, really since he got that big belly-to-belly overhead to the outside.
1, 2, 3.
And he keeps fishing for cover after cover until one of them finally goes through. And Ian Bishop making relatively quick work of Jackal. We're going to have to see how Ian Bishop handles himself possibly against the likes of the Gatekeeper, Orlando Nunes, and members of the top of the card, as he definitely handled himself very well against Jackal. But that is not to take away from Jackal's accomplishments outside of this match specifically, as he wrestled his ass off in the Blake's House JPW crossover show, and can't reiterate it enough. Like, if you haven't seen the CEO 2019 VODs, definitely recommend checking that out. You can see more of Jackal there, as well as at his own stream at twitch.tv/watchthearmory. But let's go ahead and get into some more matches tonight, as we've got a pretty full card for you guys. So, of course, before we took our break and before we had our big crossover show, there was a rather cryptic warning from the Knicks Wrestling organization. And I believe some members of Knicks Wrestling organization have made their way into the building and out to the ring. So we are going to go ahead and give them a match. And let's see here. It is members of their MMA division, it would appear. Rick Submits and Timmy Throws. So we are going to go ahead and send some freelancers that are very well versed in the world of MMA. Of course, I am talking about Yuzuko Mawatari and Ringi Cordeiro of the Cordeiro gym. Let's see here. So let's just go ahead and jump right into this match now and see how Rick Submits and Timmy Throws handle themselves. See how they handle themselves against a pair of MMA prodigies. Timmy Throws, of course, we have already seen in action against Drew. Unable to defeat the amateur wrestler. However, this will be the first time we have seen Rick Submits. So we will have to see just what he's made of. If his name is any indicator, I've got a pretty good idea of where he is going to come from strategically over the course of this match. Ringi and Yuzuko, both from the Cordeiro School of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So you know exactly what to expect from the two of them. I think it is rather unusual for mixed martial artists to compete in a mask. However, that could be just due to the invasion of Nick's wrestling organization coming into Blake's house. You know, they maybe want a little bit of anonymity as they keep rushing the front door of the arena and forcing themselves into matchups like these. And right now, Rick submits and Yuzuko Mawatari, some textbook grappling, but looks like Yuzuko is bringing Ringi into this contest. Of course, well-versed in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but also a deadly striker. She's a full package, but it is not too often in the octagon you come up against a 2-on-1 situation, and that sandwich lariat absolutely floors her. Ringi responding back with punches of her own, but Timmy throws just putting Ringi to the outside. There's no way this match ends by pinfall, right? Ooh. And right now, Yuzuko locking that armbar in on Timmy throws. Excellent mount position, going directly into the mounted punches. And once again, the members of Nick's wrestling organization with far superior teamwork to the two competitors that are most familiar competing in the octagon one-on-one. Ringi, however, making the save with those rapid jabs, protecting Yuzuko from whatever hold that Richard Submits was attempting to employ. He does get the takedown, goes right into a Kimura, but Ringi able to shake him off. Ooh, absolutely massive right hands. Absolutely rocking Rick Submits. Ooh, big double leg takedown. And Timmy throws, of course, the legal man. So that hold not terribly effective in the face of another opponent. And once again, it is the members of Nick's wrestling organization with the superior teamwork. And Timmy throws, of course, showing that off by getting away from that double team offense that the Cordeiro gym was attempting to employ. Goes for the cover, 1, 2, and Ringi breaks it up. And it is Yuzuko responding back with a armbar locked in tight, but Timothy not submitting. He will, however, go back to his own corner and bring Rick Submits into this. Ooh, big double leg takedown. And once again, oh, another double leg takedown, and Ringi taking on all comers. Her MMA defense is absolutely fantastic. However, look at that power and technique from Rick Submits of Nick's wrestling organization. This masked mixed martial artist is certainly not someone to be taken lightly. Ooh, big kick, taking Timmy's leg out from under his leg, but only gets a 1 count. Like I said, there is absolutely no way this match ends in pinfall. Belly to belly overhead suplex once again over the top rope into the outside. I think Ringi hit the barricade. And Timmy throws, showing you why they call him Timmy Throws. He's just launching Ringi all over the ring. And Ringi going back to her own corner. And once again, Yuzuko and Ringi unable to be on the same page in this tandem offense. Big German suplex, but caught up in the ropes. German suplex once again. Yuzuko unable to cut him off, and once again, big double power bomb. Transitioning into that, like, submission hold. Ringi coming across the desert to break it up. And once again, Yuzuko working the arm. Just trying to grab a hold any way she can at this point. Because if this match were going to points, it would almost certainly be in the favor of Nick's wrestling organization. Yuzuko going back to her own corner, as well as Richard submits. And once again, these two unable to have any kind of tandem offense. And that scarf hold from Richard submits, trying to take the air out of Ringi's lungs, so Timothy Throws is able to get his finishing hold off. Ooh, big running fist drop. Now Ringi's starting to get things going with those absolutely deadly strikes that you know she's capable of, but a massive brainbuster just taking all of her offensive momentum away. Big kick right into the face, but it looks like Timmy's going to be able to get to his own corner. And this time, Yuzuko finally able to shut down the double team offense. And she's getting fired up, but that double leg takedown, no, reverses. And once again, going to that armbar. But it's taken so much out of her. Ooh, big falling fist from Ringi. Trying to add injury to insult. Ooh, absolutely picture-perfect technique with that leg feed. Was it rolling knee bar? Ooh, misses with a double leg, but once again going with that double arm hold. And Rick submits, true to his name, getting the submission victory over Yuzuko Mawatari. Like, these two men rushed the front door and demanded a match. We gave them one, and that is a victory in the win-loss column for Nick's wrestling organization over the Cordeiro gym. All right, well, I see we got a couple people in the chat. Let's see what our numbers actually look like. Because, planning on getting a Maglo Battle Royal started. Let's see here. That being said, if it is, just a couple of you guys, that's more votes for you guys as far as, who's actually going to be in this thing. And, yes, to clarify, Blake, Season 2, we had our big quote-unquote pay-per-view event with the Blake's House Judgment Pro Wrestling crossover. We took a break for CEO. This is our first show back. I think, officially, unofficially, this can be the start of Season 2, and you saw for yourself, Nick's wrestling organization is out in full force. Go ahead and get another over-the-top rope battle royal. We are going into the Maglo battle royal phase of this show. Of course, Terrell, first one in gorilla position, trying to get a spot in the Maglo battle royal. And this is the part where you guys start suggesting some names on who you guys want to see. in the Maglo Battle Royal. Let's see here. I will go ahead and... Let's see here. You know, yeah, let's get another... You know what? That's an excellent call. The legendary cheeseburger. Mr. Battle Royal. Let's see. Let's see. Is he in US Indie or is he in Ring of Honor? He's probably in Ring of Honor. We do, of course, have Cheeseburger. Honestly, at some point, Terrell and Cheeseburger need to go one-on-one with one another. But right now, we're going to have the two of them in... we're going to have the two of them in a Battle Royal. Let me see who I've got in Street Fighter, because my Street Fighter roster is not nearly as complete as my KOF roster. Let's see. And also, it's in fucking... mostly in Japanese. We do have a Dan, so let's get Dan in there. Alright, that's 4 characters lined up in gorilla position. We got room for 4 more. You know, we're post CEO. Let's get JBIII back into one of these. You know, JBIII thinks he is a wrestler. Let's go ahead and let him wrestle on our show. Let's see what's going on over at New Japan. So y'all are taking your time. I'm going to go ahead and fill out these spots if you guys aren't. Let's go ahead and get the 69th IWGP, I believe it's Intercontinental Champion, Ryusuke Taguchi. Let's see. You know what? Let's see here. In the spirit of cooperation between Judgment Pro Wrestling and Blake's House, let's go ahead and get another member of Judgment Pro Wrestling in here. Let's see here. Alright, Nikita Stalin, the grappler from Judgment Pro Wrestling. I can do that. And, you know, let's get somebody from Blake's House in there as well. Let's see, who have we not seen in a little while? You know what? We haven't seen Linda in a little bit, considering that her tag team partner and partner in life has been involved in the Shoot League. Let's go ahead and get a match for Linda on the card here. And now we've got 8 individuals lined up in gorilla position for this over-the-top Battle Royal. Of course, this Battle Royal for the right to face Maglo in the Maglo Open Challenge. A staple of Blake's House Professional Wrestling. Let's go ahead and get into that match right now. And you're right, we haven't seen Christine in a little while. Definitely need to get her involved in a couple of matches in the near future. Alright, of course, it is absolute chaos in the opening seconds of these Battle Royals. This is, of course, over-the-top Battle Royal. If your feet touch the floor, you are eliminated. So it is a total crapshoot as far as who is going to get knocked out of this contest and win. Big slam from Terrell on Taguchi. Got a wide variety of skills on display in this contest. Got 2 mixed martial artists, several veteran professional wrestlers. Got Dan, of course, an expert in Saikyo Ryu Karate. Got Ryusuke Taguchi, competitor with the most deadly ass in professional wrestling. Alex JBIII, of course, showing off the educated feet that got him into the game dive kick. As well as the power wrestling of Terrell, the junior heavyweight style of Linda, and the junior heavyweight style of Cheeseburger, who is certainly not to be underestimated. He has finished second in the New Japan Rumble, I believe, twice, and he may just eliminate Linda right here, and he does, with that suplex over the top rope. And despite the fact that we have not seen Linda on Blake's House TV for quite some time, we did not see her for very long in this match as she was eliminated before the 5-minute mark. Despite having a little bit more space in the ring with only 7 competitors, it is still absolute chaos right now. This field really needs to get down to about 4 before you can really comfortably call anything that's going on in this match.
Give up. Give up. Give up. Give up.
Stalin attempting to choke the life out of Taguchi with that crossface, but unable to do so.
Give up.
Craig Tonga just...
Give up.
No, surprise roll-up from Terrell, but... Terrell and Tonga just battling it out in their own corner. Excellent bit of strategy, trying to stay away from the chaos. And it is going back and forth between the two of them. But don't want to get too much tunnel vision over on one side of the ring. An attempt to digest what's going on in the blue Gatorade corner. But competitors are trading dance partners left and right. It's very difficult to really keep track of who's got a hold of who. And attempting to roll up Taguchi. Nearly gets the cover there. While Stalin attempts to work the knees of JBIII, take away those deadly drop kicks that he's so well known for. Big sunset flip powerbomb from Cheeseburger. And it looks like Taguchi wants to trade dance partners with Tonga. Ooh, big falling fist from Hibiki to Terrell. Terrell possibly going for that Death Valley driver. Or excuse me, the burning hammer. And someone was just eliminated. That would be Cheeseburger going home. And Terrell slamming like a wrestler. Emerald Flosion. That could be it. Body press, 1, 2. No! Nikita Stalin fighting on. And this was the matchup, Stalin and Tonga, that I really wanted to see. Two mixed martial artists battling it out here. I am sure you will see matchups similar to this, as Stalin is the sole member of Judgment Pro Wrestling's MMA division, as we are under siege from Nick's Wrestling Organization's MMA division. So with the newly integrated Judgment Pro Wrestling, I am sure you will see Stalin, as well as the likes of Alpizar, Nunes, and so forth, going head-to-head with members of Nick's Wrestling Organization in the very near future. Big reverse DDT into a Dragon Sleeper. Absolutely devastating hold from Tonga. Rolling armbar, but JBIII breaks the hold. Possibly wants to catch Stalin unaware. And elects to go after Terrell. Stalin inadvertently making the save for Terrell there as the dropkick finds its mark. Triple German suplexes, but JBIII once again not allowing anyone a pinfall victory at this stage. Ooh, high and low, Dan and Taguchi hitting Terrell with the unblockable. Surprise roll up, that could be it. I believe that was Dan just eliminating Stalin. Falling fist to Tonga. Dan is fired up. Dan looks like he wants the one to get the elimination on Terrell, but he's unable to do so. Terrell with that patented finger point that he is so well known for. It looks like he's got Burning Hammer, dropping Hibiki right onto his neck. And despite the fact that we are down to 5, it is still absolute chaos. It is still extremely anyone's contest. Clutch from Taguchi. It is anyone's contest, but it is not Terrell's night tonight. And we are down to 4. JBIII, Hibiki, Tonga, and Taguchi. But Ryusuke Taguchi now eliminated. We are down to 3. Repeated forearm smashes to the head. Looks like he's trying to bust JBIII open, but JBIII's head is both large and very hard. It will not be that easy. Oh, just excellent counter, rolling into that Kimura. And JBIII once again does not want anyone else to get the eliminations. Like, in typical JBIII fashion, he wants the credit. But right now, Tonga and Hibiki are determined to battle it out with one another to determine who the better pure martial artist is. Tonga once again working the leg of JBIII, trying to take the power away from those drop kicks. And credit where credit is due to both Hibiki and JBIII. Tonga has some absolutely deadly submissions, but neither man will tap out. Although that could be the hold that does it. No, Hibiki holding on, and JBIII electing to let this one ride. I think maybe he's thinking better of his strategy of trying to steal the glory for himself. But right now, he's just swinging on everyone. And Hibiki cutting him off with that low blow. Legal in this Battle Royal contest. Flying armbar, but I believe that will be broken up. Still in a position where this match could go any possible way. Ooh, big drop kick to the back of the head. Ooh, JBIII turning around, unaware that Hibiki was there. That could cost him this match. And it does. Just like in any multi-man match, if your head is not on a swivel, you could be eliminated like that, and that is exactly what happened to Alex JBIII. Hibiki going up top. Ooh, big corkscrew European uppercut. That could be it.
1, 2, 3.
And Dan Hibiki will be the competitor to challenge Maglo in the Maglo Open Challenge tonight. It wasn't the underdog story that I know you've been waiting for several weeks, as you've got to be wondering, when is it going to be Terrell's time? Or even Cheeseburger, who lasted quite a while into this contest. Or actually, pardon me, Terrell had lasted twice as long as Cheeseburger had. Both of them would have been the underdog story, but no, it is Dan Hibiki that advances to the Maglo Open Challenge. But that match, of course, will happen much later on tonight. We've got a lot more in store for you guys. And I believe that
Judgment Pro Wrestling, Blake's House Wrestling, you've just unleashed something as unstoppable as death. Prepare yourselves for the end.
And I don't know what that was, but another member of Nick's wrestling organization has rushed the stage and demanded a match. This could be the beginning and the end that the mystery individual promoting Nick's wrestling organization had suggested. He calls himself the Rapture. Of course, we had to send out an equally beskulled competitor to possibly protect this house from Nick's Wrestling Organization's enforcer.
Hoi.
But right now, the share zone unable to get anything started against the Rapture. However, he is able to avoid those massive right hands that the Rapture has been trying to send back and forth. Ooh, big STO from the share zone. Oh my god! If that is the enforcer of Nick's wrestling organization, both Blake's House as well as Judgment Pro Wrestling are on notice. So, Nick's wrestling organization, 2-0 in traditional wrestling contests since throwing down the gauntlet. Of course, Tonga unable to get it done in the Battle Royal, but that was just an absolute chaotic contest. Can't hold it against him. Nick's wrestling organization is certainly not something to be taken lightly. I can see some rumblings in the crowd about the UFC contest. And that was an absolutely brutal knockout last night. But allow me to have a bit of a segue into some mixed martial arts action of our own. So, if you were not already aware, the first shoot champion of Blake's House Wrestling is Eric Alpizar. But the first shoot champion of Blake's House Wrestling is also David Clement due to a clerical error. So this match right here will be a bit of a prove yourself match, as David has not won any mixed martial arts contests despite holding the belt on a technicality. He will be going one-on-one with the champion, non-title, in an SWA rules contest to attempt to earn a title shot in the Octagon. Eric Alpizar possibly taking this a little bit lightly. You can see that he's elected to wrestle this match in his jeans and jersey instead of in his gi. That could be a mistake, as David has been known to steal matches here and there, but let's not waste any more time talking about the match. Let's just get right to it. Yeah, David, bit of a dirty fighter. We are going to have to see if Mario lets him get away with his traditional offensive efforts. As the Poison Mist and the Scythe from out of nowhere, not traditional offensive maneuvers in a mixed martial arts contest. But we will have to see what the referee has to say about it as the match goes on.
Fight!
David with a double leg takedown against the Shoot League champion. So he is taking this contest seriously, which is more than I can say than Eric, who is fighting this contest in jeans. However, those absolutely deadly kicks of Eric's are, in jeans or not, are absolutely brutal. Ooh, big low roundhouse, taking David's legs out from under his legs. I say it is very difficult to stay on your feet without legs. David and Eric just kind of in a bit of a slugfest. Certainly not what you would expect from a mixed martial arts competition. Less nuance and strategy than maybe you'd expect from either competitor. But that could just be that patented Eric Alpizar disrespect. Going head-to-head with that patented David Clement non-give-a-shittance. As the two of them are just going full hearts at one another. And Eric now delivering mounted punches, trying to submit David in the center of the ring. And once again, going to those mounted punches.
Give up.
Ooh, Eric now going with that double leg takedown, but no. David responding back with that roll up, but
Give up. Give up.
that back and forth I described in the opening minutes of this contest has really given way to all Alpizar all the time for the last several minutes. David's really going to have to wake up here if he wants to get anything going. Big reverse choke slam from Alpizar.
Give up. Give up.
And David still unable to get any significant offense started. Big double chop. But Eric responds back with just a rapid punching combination that puts David to his knees. And once again, those strikes, and Mario will start the count.
3, 4. Hey, ya! 1, 2.
That was nearly it. David having a very rough time.
Hey, ya!
As Mario will start the count again.
3, 4.
Alpizar is one knockdown away from a technical knockout in the first round.
Hey, ya!
And just as I say that, the first exchange that Alpizar and Clement have is that technical knockout. Eric assisting David to his feet, but I think that's as far as that's going to go. So Alpizar proving why he is the undisputed Shoot League champion. And as I said previously, Blake's House Wrestling and Judgment Pro Wrestling are under siege yet again from Nick's Wrestling Organization. We're going to need the mixed martial arts prowess of Eric Alpizar to compete against these Shoot League performers. But that will have to wait until a later date, as we are going into some King of Fighters TV title match action right now. So go ahead and start winding up those picks for who this week's challengers are going to be, while I go ahead and get the match rules underway. Of course, the advocate for Judgment Pro Wrestling, making sure we don't forget about the technician, who is another mixed martial arts competitor that's Blake's House and Judgment Pro Wrestling will need to fend off the likes of Timmy Throws, Rick Submits, and Tonga, who we saw tonight, as well as the rest of the mixed martial artists of the Nick's Wrestling Organization stable. In addition to the Special Enforcer, the Gatekeeper, and A-Man, or blue chippers like Orlando Nunez and Colby, as well as Maglo, to compete against monster competitors such as the Rapture that we saw earlier tonight. But right now, we need to focus on the King of Fighters TV title. I'm a Bear, Matt Knapp, and Ben Dover of, once again, that is Nick's Wrestling Organization, holding Blake's House Gold. Of course, we can't forget about Joey Donuts. So we need to figure out who is challenging for the KOF TV title. Could just put Joey Bag of Donuts in a match right now. Is there a Vice? That is a good question. Let's see here. There is in fact a Vice. No, Joey does not have a match tonight. Let's do, alright, let's put Joey in, because I feel like he's a pretty good leadoff hitter. There we go. Got Joey. Let's have a little bit of some mixed match teams here, but I will get Vice in this here. Let's see, it's probably just other colors. Yeah. I don't know. Actually, there's a costume change. Alright, who else is going to be on the Blue Gatorade team? Unless, like, let's see. Snoop? We can make Snoop Dogg happen. Alright. So that is a pretty stacked Blue Gatorade team. Honestly, yeah. Like, I think that fits pretty well. And it actually fits very well along with the theme of the match I have later on in the card tonight. So the Blue Gatorade team, the challengers to the King of Fighters TV title. It's going to be Joey Bag of Donuts, another competitor that put on a hell of a show at the Def Jam Tournament of CEO last week. And he will be teaming with Snoop Dogg and Vice to take on, bend over, Matt Knapp and I'm a Bear, the current King of Fighters TV champions. This is going to be the first and hopefully the last chance that we will need to get the get a title out of the hands of Nick's Wrestling Organization and into the BHW JPW Alliance. That being said, of course, Matt Knapp is a Blake's House Wrestling competitor, and that certainly can't be overlooked, but right now at this particular moment, it seems as though he is playing for the other team, as that is a majority Knicks Wrestling Organization tag team. Joey, a little bit of teamwork trying to help Vice out, but Matt able to cut her off. Big shoulder breaker from Vice, going for that far D, but it finds air. Going for that stretch, trying to like really just wear Vice down, but Vice responding back with some disrespectful offense of her own. And now Vice tagging in Crow. But right now it's over from Knicks Wrestling Organization, holding his own fairly well against everything that the Blue Gatorade team has put up against him. Despite that, he will tag Bear into this contest. And Bear employing the regular hug, one of his signature holds. And I don't want to undersell Snoop Dogg's striking ability, but when you are going against the sledgehammer hands of an actual factual bear, you cannot expect to come out on top. That being said, Joey certainly wants to try, and he's doing all right for himself thus far. Ooh, big elbow to the crown from Bear. And he's got that claw grip right in the stomach of Joey, trying to take his wind out from under him. And Joey now slugging it out with Matt Knapp. Matt Knapp, of course, has amateur wrestling experience, as well as has some unorthodox offense that you need to be prepared for. But right now, Joey seems to have come prepared for this contest, as he's got Matt locked in that sharpshooter tight. And Matt electing to bring the bear back in. He doesn't want any of Joey right now. The bear once again kind of dominating those one-on-one situations, and Joey bringing Vice in, and that clubbing blow to the back of the head, and Vice lifting and dropping the bear flat on the crown, but Bear immediately to his feet. Vice responding back immediately back into the ring, and she's trying to chase the bear around the ring, and that seems to have worked in the Bear's favor. He's keeping this fight right where he wants it, as he has brought this fight near the orange Gatorade corner. Ooh, Dragon Screw Leg whip from end over. And it looks like he's electing to work the leg of Vice, possibly trying to take a little bit of power out of those lifts that Vice is so well known for. Big tackle, and once again that armbar and elbow to the side of the head, just trying to grind over down. Big power bomb once, twice, 3 times power bomb whip, and Vice will go back to her own corner and bring Snoop Dogg into this contest. And this seems to be the momentum that the Blue Gatorade team needed to start getting some offense in on this bear, but Bear showing his stamina. Kami Goye right to the jaw of Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg is dazed. And Snoop Dogg will elect to go back to his own corner and bring Joey into this contest. And the Bear not wanting a one-on-one contest with Joey at this time. Elects to bring Matt Knapp in. Back switch. Backslide. One. Only gets one. Joey has not yet begun to fight. And he will not yet to begin to fight either as he brings Vice into this contest to deal with Matthew Knapp. And Matt going for those tricky pinfall situations, flexing his amateur wrestling background a little bit. Big suplex from Knapp. And Vice responding back with a suplex of her own. Backdrop Uranagi. 1, 2. That was almost it. Big shoulder breaker, and Vice is a house of fire right now. But it looks like she's going to pour a little gas on Snoop Dogg. Let's see if he can keep the flame alive. Seems to be handling himself well enough as he locks on an ankle lock, trying to slow the Big Bear down. But the Bear is undeterred. Kami Goye! That tag may have been at a somewhat inopportune moment. Vice had all the momentum, but elected to come out of the match, and that could cost the team as Bear locks on the regular hug and tries to shut Vice down. But it is important to keep in mind, Joey has been sitting on the apron for a significant portion of this match. He will be coming in fresh when the Blue Gatorade team elects to tag him in, and that moment is right now. Step up enziguri from Joey Donuts. But bent over trying to slow Joey down, make sure he doesn't really get anything significant started. And he is once again just trying to keep the pace slow. He doesn't want Joey to explode with that offensive effort that you know he's capable of. And Joey electing to bring Bear into this match, not waiting for him to step through the ropes. Big run up, moonsault, fall, 2. Only 2, but you know that had to shake Bear to his core. Ooh, big body splash, but Bear able to get a foot on the ropes. And Joey bringing Snoop Dogg back into this contest. And this may be the strategy from the Blue Gatorade team. Let Joey explode with a big offensive effort and then let him get back on the apron to rest. Snoop Dogg possibly calling for the end, but Bear shutting that down quickly. And Snoop Dogg bringing Joey back into this contest. No, unable to hit the Rana, and Bear stacks him up, gets 2 out of it. Another big step up in enziguri. We are 20 minutes into this contest and not a single elimination has occurred. Joey keeping Bear away from his own corner, but Bear delivering those sledgehammer hands. Big Dragon Rana from bend over. Once again hits that Dragon Screw leg whip. And rolling senton. Something of a whisper in the wind off the second rope. And does it 3 times now, making sure that the crowd all got to see it from several angles. And Joey taking a breather while Vice stacks him up once, twice, 3 times. Powerbomb whip. Vice wants this match over with. But Dover will not relent. And Vice absolutely punishing Dover for trying to get into that MMA transition. And he's been busted wide open and will elect to go to the apron to take a breather. Once again, Matthew Knapp flexing that amateur wrestling background as Vice once again misses her mark with that far D. Vice now calling for the end. And now Vice hitting far D. But Matt responding back with an arm drag. Vice unable to get the head start she needed to hit whatever she wanted to do off the ropes, possibly that big tackle that she's known for. But able to get control of Matthew Knapp, bring him into the blue Gatorade corner. Vice bringing Snoop Dogg, and Snoop Dogg going up top, diving headbutt. And right into an ankle hold. But Matt refusing to submit. Able to break the hold, but it was locked in for quite some time, and Matt trying to make his way back to his own corner, bring Alma Bear back into this contest. And there is that chokehold that has won so many matches and gotten so many eliminations in that Battle Royal. Big elbow right into an armbar. Alma Bear hanging on. And we are once again in a strike exchange between Snoop Dogg and Alma Bear. Oh, big roundhouse kick from Snoop Dogg. And Snoop Dogg electing to bring Vice back into this contest. And this is once again, I've got to question the strategy of the Blue Gatorade team. As Snoop Dogg had all that momentum, and now he's bringing in another competitor into this contest. Despite that, Vice with an iron will, refusing to submit to that armbar. And Dover responding back by stretching her once again, and this time Vice will be submitted. It is now 3-on-2.
Are you ready?
Joey going for that patented springboard elbow drop. Springboard elbow. He's not done yet, folks. Big Rana right onto the Def Jam logo. And once again, whisper in the wind from Dover. That took a lot more out of him than I think he might have had in that instance. Joey is submitted as well. Snoop Dogg's going to have to do this one all by himself.
1, 2, 3.
He will get an elimination as the sole survivor, but he's got to get through 2 more competitors. Locking on an armbar. And he gets it. It is down to sole survivor versus sole survivor. Snoop Dogg versus Matthew Knapp. This could be it. Now Knapp hanging on. And once again, Snoop Dogg working the arm.
30 minutes gone.
And this time it's Matthew Knapp working the arm. Both competitors pushing for a submission victory. Big suplex, but Snoop Dogg able to get his foot in the ropes. Matthew Knapp feeling very comfortable climbing up to the top of the blue Gatorade corner. Big frog splash in honor of his Uncle Eddie, but unable to get the cover. took too much out of him. Snoop Dogg, repeated strikes. And a big arm breaker. Now it's Snoop Dogg going up top. And a flipping double stomp, and he's going for the cover. That's got to be enough. 3-count fall. It's going to be the Blue Gatorade team of Joey Bag of Donuts, Vice, and Crow, your new KOF TV champions. While I am sad to see the title leave a Blake's House original, given the current circumstances of Blake's House Judgment Pro Wrestling Alliance being under siege by Nick's Wrestling Organization, I have to say I am grateful we got the championship away from Nick's Wrestling Organization, as I am sure every single member of that stable is looking for Blake's House gold. That being said, credit to Matthew Knapp, a Blake's House original, for being the sole survivor in that contest. But especially major credit to Snoop Dogg for getting the OCV as the sole survivor of the Blue Gatorade team. Fix that, because there will be some more tag matches later tonight. Of course, we have up next a staple in the Blake's House wrestling world, the Maglow Open Challenge. You saw his opponent, Dan Hibiki, win the Battle Royal earlier tonight. Let's see here. Let's see. How many matches you've missed? About 5 matches. Let me see here. Anything that you would have wanted to see? There was a, Maglow is fighting Dan Hibiki. Dan Hibiki was the winner of the Maglow Battle Royal earlier on tonight's show. I'll get you caught up a little bit over the course of this matchup, but let's go ahead and focus on the match at hand. It is the People's Champion, Maglow, against the inventor and greatest practitioner of Saikyo Ryu Karate. Of course, that is Dan Hibiki. Let's just get right into this matchup. So, of course, you can see on the title card, that is Maglow's Very Real Bandcamp. And if you have been tuning into ALX Ice, who is in the chat, has been tuning into any of his streams, Maglow has produced some new theme music for his stream that you should definitely check out. You should check out his stream anyway. And, of course, Maglow producing the theme of Orlando Nunez and the theme of Eric Lopez. But right now, he is going to have to go against the man who created what he calls the strongest style, Dan Hibiki. It is going to be karate versus power wrestling. And I believe Antonio Inoki tried to solve this puzzle years and years ago. Which style is strongest? But we will have to see if that if Inoki's beliefs hold true. And Maglo going right into an airplane spin less than a minute into the match. I have a feeling both of these competitors are going to be playing to the crowd a lot. Big chop to the chest. Hibiki coming out on top in that test of strength. Trying to show you why he calls himself the strongest. Ooh, big falling fist. Now a little bit of back and forth. We're still in the feeling out process. Ooh, Hibiki trying to get a little bit too cute and getting blasted with a jab and a kick to the stomach for it. But I've gotta imagine Hibiki trying to be cute is going to be a theme over the course of this match. And Maglo responding back by a body slam to the outside. Ooh, and there is the clothesline from Bretton Woods. One of Maglo's most deadly holds. Ooh, and there was Hibiki going for the Dan kick, unable to find its mark. So Maglo responding back right on the Whale Boys logo with that airplane spin. And there is the spinning toe hold, one of Maglo's signature maneuvers. Like I said, both of these competitors live for to get the crowd behind them. So you're going to see a lot of appeals to the crowd in the stands as well as the crowd at home. But right now, Dan has been handling himself very effectively against Maglo. Once again, going for the Dan kicks, not finding its mark, but Maglo hitting that flashing elbow right to the head. Big snapmare from Maglo and a headbutt directly into the stomach. Nice double arm DDT. Maglo trying to slow Hibiki down a little bit. As Hibiki maybe working a little bit faster pace than Maglo wants. Another clothesline from Bretton Woods, and Maglo going for the cover. Count two. And Hibiki going for that armbar. Not exactly known as a submission specialist, but it is not unheard of for karate practitioners to train submissions to just be more well-rounded. As we saw Sane several weeks ago winning by submission in her mixed martial arts debut on Blake's House TV. But right now it is Hibiki versus Maglo, and Maglo dropping Hibiki right on his neck with that lift and suplex. Ooh, and Maglo going for that good lucha thing that he is so well known for, goes for the cover. 1, 2. Only 2. Maglo is in the driver's seat, and he is getting fired up. And Hibiki trying to slow Maglo down, trying to cut off that momentum. Maglo going up top. What's he got planned? Big diving elbow. 1, 2. Only 2. Ooh, going for a tackle. And once again, another clothesline from Bretton Woods. This time, Maglo not finished with Hibiki. And just another clothesline. Hibiki once again trying to break Maglo's back, make him humble. Humble, a word that I would not believe is in Hibiki's vocabulary, but certainly attempting to humble his opponent with that camel clutch. We've been seeing a lot of back and forth from these competitors, and once again, Hibiki going for that armbar. Maybe trying to take the power away from that clothesline from Bretton Woods. And Dan hitting with the Dan kicks and locks on a Boston Crab, but unable to get Maglo to submit. He is a little bit tougher than that, but surprise roll-up, this could be it. No, only 2. Look at that chop, beating Maglo to the punch, and once again, another chop and a falling fist. This time Dan missing with the Dan kick again. He's been looking for that all match. Big corkscrew European uppercut. And a big Samoan drop to the outside, and both competitors are going to elect to take a breath here. They've been giving it their all over the course of this contest, but that is to be expected from both of these men, both from Maglo trying to protect this house, as well as Dan for trying to earn himself a spot. Ooh, big European uppercut to the back of the head, but Maglo is to his feet rather quickly. And once again, another big Samoan drop from Maglo. Back switch, but no, doesn't find anything. Does find a snapmare. And the pace that both of these competitors are working at is absolutely frantic. Dan setting up for something big. Shoulder block. And once again locking on that half crab. Trying to submit Maglo. Maglo is not having it. He will not give up here. And Maglo going for that flashing elbow. Looks like he's going for another. And now it's Maglo hitting the shoulder block. And Maglo going for that patented Maglo driver right in the center of the ring. That's got to be enough. 1, 2, 2.9. No. Dan not giving up. That clothesline from Bretton Wood could be enough, but no, Maglo doesn't think so. But Hibiki responding back with that low blow, trying to cut off Maglo's momentum, as he has certainly garnered a ton of it. Big running knee from Maglo. Maglo going up top. He's setting up for something. Big body splash, but Hibiki able to get a foot on the ropes. Rolling through, camel clutch. Maglo once again refusing to be submitted. But beaten to the punch by the Saikyo Ryu striker. Big headbutt from Maglo. Both competitors battling it out. Tackle from Hibiki, and Hibiki once again locking on that armbar. That could be it. Maglo still refusing to be submitted. And this time, Maglo not being beaten to the punch, going with a faster strike. Big elbow drop to the back. But Maglo still not finished. Drop kick, and I don't think Maglo's thrown a kick in the last 20 minutes. He's been charging that one up for a while. Big toe kick from Hibiki. Looks like Hibiki's playing with his food a little bit here. And big corkscrew European uppercut, and he's trying to end it now. But Maglo will not give up. And there's that patented tackle Maglo is so well known for. Maglo sliding D right to the side of the head. Big Samoan drop from Maglo, and I think Maglo's going back up top. This could be it. Double axe handle to the back of the head. Maglo once again flashing elbow right to the back of the head again. Just trying to hit that unprotected area of Hibiki. Hibiki once again. Cordeiro. Clothesline from Bretton Woods. If he goes for the cover, that's gotta be it. There's no way Hibiki's kicking out of this. It took about 5 clotheslines from the city of Bretton Woods. A Maglo driver. More flashing elbows than I can count. But he finally puts Dan Hibiki away. Getting 5 stars from Big Dave. And Maglo, once again, never failing to disappoint in a main event setting. Like, if somebody announced a card with just Maglo on it, you need to buy yourself a ticket to that show, because you're going to see matches like that one. So we've got a couple matches left for you guys tonight. Of course, tonight's main event, it is going to be the championship title match, or the tag team championship match. Drew and Antonio, the #1 contenders as of a couple of weeks ago, against Sterling and Worzalla, who have not defended their tag team titles in quite some time. We're going to see if ring rust is going to be a factor there. But before we do that, let's go ahead and get into another match. So, of course, we have Slam Channel 5, Holloway and Hsien-Jo. Of course, we've got Omar Epps, who did win himself a #1 contender shot against Hsien-Jo. And backing Omar Epps in tonight's contest, it is going to be JBIII, who has been training with Omar Epps for the last several months. JBIII, who is, of course, the only consecutive CEO champion of Def Jam Fight for New York, so of course he is backing his boy OE in this contest. Like, not really any major stakes in this contest specifically, as the matchup everybody wants to see is going to be OE and Hsien-Jo. However, could certainly be a prove yourself moment for JBIII, as if he pins the champion or if he pins Holloway, that of course shoots him up near the top of the card in the singles or tag division, really no matter where he wants to go. Of course, prove yourself would be a bit of an overstatement, as JBIII is, of course, already a Blake's House Wrestling champion, and as his advocate in the chat is sure to remind you at every possible moment, a two-time CEO champion of Def Jam Fight for New York. But try not to waste any more time. Let's just go ahead and get right into this match. So despite JB3's position as the head of the company, he is certainly not one to be taken lightly. He has fought Princeler and Maglo and beaten both of them. So there is not a doubt in my mind that he could have a competitive match with either of these members of Blake's house. And that is not even counting OE, who won a very hotly contested tournament to earn the #1 contender spot. I know I call a lot of people punchers because their punching ability is so fierce. However, OE is a boxer. He will punch you with technique, which is something that I cannot say about every competitor that has stepped foot into this squared circle. But he has already been busted open by Holloway. Possibly a lucky shot at the start of the match. And that does not bode well for Omar Epps. And Holloway bringing Hsien-Jo into this contest. That being said, OE has some lightning fast jabs. He is a deadly striker. Like, he will dance around you all day if you let him. We are also cannot discount JB3. JB3 blocking those strikes, doing an excellent job of protecting himself. And I can say with absolute certainty, I'm sure if you guys all watched the crossover show at home, like, he is very good at finding openings and taking advantage of those and exploiting those openings for as long as it takes to win a match. You do not have to like his wrestling style, but you do have to respect it. But right now, he is wrestling a somewhat fair contest with Hsien-Jo. And just as I say that, he goes for the chokehold. And handling himself fairly well. Enough to the point where Hsien-Jo is going back to his own corner. And once again, you'd think the new team jitters of Slam Channel 5 would have worn off by now, but their teamwork still not totally in sync. JB3 actually to his feet first and elects to bring OE back into this contest. And looks like OE and JB3 having similar problems to Slam Channel 5, as despite the fact that I know the two of these men have trained together, they are not totally in sync in the squared circle. Hsien-Jo protecting his partner. And here is some of that teamwork that this team needed. Hsien-Jo with that figure four, just trying to slow OE down, which is something you absolutely need to do. I called Omar Epps a boxer. And if you know anything about the technique of boxing, your punching power comes all the way from the tips of your toes. So if you can take his legs away, you take his power away, and you take his ability to move around you away. And that is what Hsien-Jo is attempting to do with that figure four. Ooh, but OE hitting that haymaker just out of nowhere. Hsien-Jo responding back with the only way he knows how, by lifting and dropping you right on your neck. Big punch taking Hsien-Jo's legs out from under his legs. And neither side really wanting to make a move. JB3 getting a parting shot on Hsien-Jo before he's forced back to his corner by Harada. JB3 just proving to be too elusive, but that dropkick to knee taking JB3's legs out from under his legs, finding its mark. As I said, if you saw last week, or the previous show, you know exactly how hard JB3 is to pin down. And right now, Holloway is finding that out firsthand. Ooh, going for that big Inferno kick, but sidestepped easily by JB3. And there's the low blow that JB3 is so well known for. Oh, looks like the two of them were possibly setting up for Tower of Doom again. But once again, a little bit of miscommunication from Slam Channel 5. Ooh, sidestepping that rolling lariat. Gotta say, excellent strategy getting out of the way of danger. And OE and JB3 with that sandwich lariat on Hsien-Jo. Oh, OE unable to finish that there, as Hsien-Jo plants OE in the corner. Big lift and then drop, and once again, Hsien-Jo targeting the legs of OE. And there's that punching prowess of Omar Epps. He's got speed and power, a true threat, no matter how you look at him. Hsien-Jo really unable to get started with those big moves that you know he wants to do. JB3 really just making it so Hsien-Jo can't find a rhythm. Big boy senton, followed by an elbow drop hold. Now, once again, like, this is almost the tale of two teams from Slam Channel 5, as they exhibit excellent teamwork some of the time, and then absolutely abysmal teamwork others, and it's really difficult to figure out which Slam Channel 5 you're going to get on any given moment to moment, not even match to match. OE with the cutoff. Big screwdriver from Hsien-Jo. Hsien-Jo going for the cover, but JB3 tangled up in the ropes. That won't go anywhere. JB3 once again proving to be too elusive for this team to handle. Big double power bomb from Epps and JB3. Hsien-Jo able to make the save. Big backdrop from Holloway. Holloway really unable to get anything started offensively. At least not able to maintain momentum, which is something you absolutely need to do over the course of this match. That being said, one thing I can commend Slam Channel 5 on is those frequent tags, trying to protect the team. Big screwdriver from Hsien-Jo. He goes for the cover, one, but it was right in the blue Gatorade corner. JB3 protecting Omar Epps, allowing him to get some extra offense in, while Harada was busy with Holloway. And there is that brass knucks that JB3 has used to win several matches. And once again, actually that may have been Omar Epps with the distraction there, making it so Holloway was able to find his mark with that.
What? Come on.
That last set of exchanges, absolute chaos in the orange Gatorade corner. Right now, JB3 trying to get this fight away from the orange Gatorade corner, as he needs to do if he wants to win this match. And it looks like Holloway is trying to hit that blue Thunder Bomb, and he's been unable to do so over the course of this match.
20 minutes gone.
And once again, Omar Epps with that critical distraction, making Holloway miss off the top turnbuckle. Hsien-Jo able to make the save when it counts. And Holloway bringing Hsien-Jo into this match. But right now, if I had to score this match on points, it is almost all the blue Gatorade corner. Ooh, big haymaker from Omar Epps. By a running big boot. And the two men just battle it out in the orange Gatorade corner. But big rolling lariat from Hsien-Jo, the equalizer, to try and get his team some momentum. And OE returning to his own corner, and Hsien-Jo unable to cut him off. Big Death Valley driver. Hsien-Jo is returned to his feet. Hsien-Jo now going back to his own corner. Big spine buster. Hsien-Jo calling for the end of this match, or possibly demanding this match to end, as it has not been going the way this team had anticipated going into it, I'm sure. Big super kick out of nowhere from Holloway, and that might have been the momentum shift needed, and no, JB3 cutting him off immediately. Once again going for that big Inferno kick, but unable to find its mark. JB3 once again going to that low blow. And that could be it. Hsien-Jo has a long way to go. He is able to make it. But Holloway has still got to be feeling the effects of that brass knuck shot. And that cover, this time, Jamel is not going to be able to get there in time. OE cuts him off. And JB3 getting the pinfall victory over Holloway. So neither Holloway nor Omar Epps pinned in that contest, or neither Hsien-Jo nor Omar Epps pinned in that contest. So we are going to have to wait until next week to see how well either of them will be able to handle themselves one-on-one. But that was certainly a strong showing from Omar Epps and JB3, which was certainly to be expected, as Omar Epps won the Def Jam tournament 2 weeks ago in the Blake's House ring. And JB3 winning the Def Jam tournament last week in the CEO arena. So, like I said, a bit of a prove yourself moment for JB3, pinning James Holloway, who has been on a tear in recent weeks, and someone that will have to be in consideration for some title matches in the future. But, of course, that just leaves us with our last match of the night. It's going to be the Tag Team Championship match. That is Sterling, Worzalla versus Drew and Antonio. Drew and Antonio went to war several weeks ago trying to earn this #1 contender spot. They have done so, and they are cashing in that #1 contender's opportunity tonight against Sterling and Worzalla. So, once again, let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into this match now. I see you, Sir Serpa, in the chat. Yes, you are in the main event tonight, tagging with Antonio for Tag Team Gold.
Bring it!
Drew, of course, going to be putting his amateur wrestling background to good use, but we'll have to see how that style goes head-to-head with Sterling's just absolute brawling style, as he is not going to allow Serpa to grab a hold or to throw him around the ring. A thumb to the eye or a clubbing forearm to the side of the head are going to shut those strategies down quickly, and Serpa, possibly sensing the mismatch, elects to bring Antonio into the match right now. And Antonio defeating Sterling in a test of strength, possibly with a superior technique, as there was a significant size disadvantage going into that exchange, but Antonio coming out on top and locking on a hold, trying to take the wind out of Sterling's sails a little bit, literally as well as figuratively. Sterling responding back with a kick to the groin. Sterling showing off an amazing display of power. Sterling once again just like blowing through Antonio. Antonio trying to figure out what to do in this 2-on-1 situation. Gets the reversal on Sterling, and now it's just 1-on-1 against Worzalla, but Worzalla not making this easy. It looked like he was going for that elbow drop hold. Doesn't find its mark. And this time, it's going to be Drew and Worzalla. This may be the matchup that they wanted, as it's going to be Drew going against the slower competitor, where that his superior technique is going to shine greatest. I've got to admire the strategy of the challengers here in this match. But is strategy going to be enough to beat raw power with that big belly-to-belly overhead suplex, just throwing Drew into the corner turnbuckle? Worzalla, of course, reminding you that he can fight dirty as well. It is not just going to be Sterling. Sterling trying to find his mark with that power of flame, and it does not do so. Disrespectful cover from Sterling, and it's kicked out of immediately. Sterling, once again, just refusing to play ball when thrown into the ropes. Sterling's tackle finding its mark, and he locks on that chokehold, attempting to crush Antonio's head in between his powerful thighs. Ooh, Antonio rolling guillotine off the top. Antonio trying to showcase his agility in this contest, and he's going to need to do so, as he will not beat this team in a battle of power. Worzalla responding back with the 100-hand slap, pushing Antonio into the corner turnbuckle. Antonio electing to bring Drew back into this contest. Like I said, I think this team is playing for mismatches. Worzalla able to hit the elbow drop hold. That maneuver is absolutely devastating. And he hit Drew square in the chest with it, dropping all of his weight directly into that solar plexus area. Big tackle into the corner turnbuckle. Patented E-Honda style headbutt. And it was Drew going for a tackle. And the strategy of playing for the mismatch has absolutely gone awry. As soon as Worzalla was able to hit that elbow drop hold, that forced Drew to leave the match and catch his breath.
10 minutes gone.
However, Antonio is not going to be deterred. He is going to fight on. He is getting those mounted punches in as Worzalla just allows that to happen right in his own corner turnbuckle. And another rolling guillotine off the top. It looks like Antonio wants another one, and he will get it. Sterling set up in the tree of woe. Repeated kicks to the chest. Sterling unable to defend himself.
1, 2, 3.
And Antonio and Worzalla battling it out on the outside.
6,
Antonio very badly needs to get back into the ring.
9, 10.
However, I am sure Sterling and Worzalla would not mind winning the match this way.
14, 15, 16, 17.
Oh, pardon me, it was Worzalla and Antonio, both illegal men in this contest. I was mistaken. And Antonio shoving Worzalla into the corner turnbuckle. Drew able to pick up the pieces, but no, it looks like he's going to be hit with another elbow drop hold right under the solar plexus. 1, 2, and Antonio making the save. Drew has now taken 2 of those absolutely devastating maneuvers. Let's make it 3, why don't we? 1, 2, 3 count fall. And Worzalla just absolutely crushing the ribs of Drew with that elbow drop hold. Drew taking 3 of them before he was pinned, but he did not have it in him to kick out of that 3rd elbow drop hold. And ring rust, as it turns out, was not a factor from the defending champions, Sterling and Worzalla. But that is going to be it for this week. At least for the canonical action of Blake's House Wrestling. You've already got JBIII versus Omar Epps advertised for next week, as well as some Shoot League action, as we need to get a challenger for his title in the near future. GK, if you don't mind, because I'm planning on basically after I go off air, like kind of shutting down and getting ready for bed. I know like you and I have got to have a conversation about what we're doing with the Def Jam server. If you don't mind, can that conversation be tomorrow, most probably? But, gotcha, okay. Yeah, we can definitely do both of those things tomorrow. I don't have shit going on tomorrow after work. So, we can get both of those things rolling tomorrow night. In the meantime, so that's going to conclude our canonical Blake's House Wrestling action, but let's go ahead and get a dark match in. I do recall Miss X being asked for in the KOF TV title match. So let's go ahead and get that going. Now let's figure out who we are putting up against Miss X. Out of the 4 individuals on the right side of the screen, any names pop out to anybody that y'all want to see? Hey, you're good, Nick. Hey, man, your company put on a damn good show today. We can kind of work out the specifics of what the NWO Invasion actually looks like. But I'd say for a first show of that arc, I'd say that's a pretty good start. But alright, well, we got a James Sins, so let's go ahead and jump into that match. Let's see, let's put this in Kurikan. But yeah, honestly, I'm pretty happy with how the whole show worked out. Like, every match was good except for the match that could stand to not be good. Because, basically the Rapture, the Share Zone match was supposed to get Rapture over as a monster. And he just got a lucky critical like a minute into the match. So, even the match that was supposed to be bad was actually good. I do feel bad for the Share Zone, though. Alright, Sin's actually a member of Nick's wrestling organization. Possibly got himself in the door when the rest of the NWO guys rushed the stage. Going up against Miss X, who may or may not be a Yori Yagami. Yeah, I know you said you have him like statted in the like neighborhood of the lower 200s. So yeah, he's basically going to be in like actually competitive matches with guys like Gatekeeper, A-Man, Zoe. In theory, PJ, if PJ could ever win matches. Okay, gotcha. Because like PJ is one of my highest statted guys, and he doesn't fucking win shit. But it is what it is. That's why we play the game, right? Ramon too, actually. But like he also had a really rough bracket in the shoot league, so might give him some like regular pro wrestling style matches and see how they handle themselves in that. Because I think PJ has been mainly in battle royals. So, but that's neither here nor there. Ooh, Miss X kind of playing with their food a little bit. And big falling fist. Actually never seen the double drop down work off of an Irish whip. Yeah, I figured that was going to be a good matchup to get your guys over. Because, like, even if they lost because it's Fire Pro and shit happens, like, Like, they lost against legit people. But they ended up winning that match, and rather convincingly, and it was a really entertaining match. Yeah, like, I genuinely don't know what happened as far as that goes. Because, like, nobody else I know had that weird memory loss bug. Like, I don't know if it, like, something happened in a patch that fucked over your save specifically. But that's just shitty. So Antonio, okay. Then, you were unlucky, or, like, I have been lucky. Go ahead and link me that, just so that way, like, I can see what that whole story is about. Because I might want to make a backup of my own save as a just-in-case measure. Like, somewhere else, so if my save gets corrupted, then I don't get fucked. But yeah, Antonio, like, you don't have any new moves. It's just, like, shit is just happening, and it's this game. Also, no disrespect to Drew, but, like, it would have been much cooler if that last elbow drop criticaled, and then we could work with an injury angle, like how Zero was off TV for like a month and a half because he got criticaled by Holloway's 450. What I can do about that is like reduce the frequency that happens. Because I don't want it to never happen in neutral, because it's really cool when that happens as a surprise. But the hit rate of that is just so comically low. Like, it's unfortunate. A lot of those, like, catch-type strikes, they're cool moves that, like, when they hit in neutral, but they almost never do because it's so easy to sidestep it. Like, the AI will accidentally sidestep it. Ooh, Rings of Saturn. Well, also, like, the hitboxes are, like, for all strikes, are lousy. But, like, I'm sure you've seen enough matches on my show to know, like, how small the hitboxes are on strikes. And those, like, it's a combination of, like, shitty range and also so much wind-up. Yeah, Nick, like, genuinely, like, do not feel bad about a promo. Like, this is not a professional outfit. Honestly, if you're submitting anything, I'm going to be happy with it and I'm going to use it. I mean, I am not super charismatic in front of the camera, so, like, but, you know, we do what we can, and we make use of it where we can, you know? So you can tell the AI to do it only when somebody is dizzied. James hitting the Rings of Saturn on Miss X for the victory. Which is, like, for a lot of those really slow strikes, Like, I'll set it up so they basically only do it when their opponent is dizzied. And then they're basically guaranteed to hit. But also, eh. I mean, before I go off air, like, Antonio, you definitely got a couple outlets for what you could cut a promo on. Like, if you and Drew want to stay in the tag team division, you guys never really resolved shit with Matt and David. You can always start a feud with somebody else. I don't know, you got a lot of options. Alright. I'll let you guys figure that out. I'm getting ready to go off air, and like I said, I'm just going to kind of shut it down and be getting to bed shortly because, I don't know, I'm still fucking tired from CEO. But, very much appreciate everybody tuning in and watching the show. If you are new here or if you are watching the VOD, we try to do this every Sunday, twitch.tv/MondayCindy at roughly 7:30 Eastern Time. If you are new here, I've got VODs up on YouTube. I should probably have a link to my YouTube in my profile. Might do that tonight, probably won't. Where you can find past episodes of the show, as well as some Def Jam stuff if you are interested in that. And as far as Def Jam goes, as Gatekeeper alluded to in the chat, there will be some news for the CEO Taku event coming in the next couple of weeks, because that train never stops. We are always gearing up for another event, and CEO Taku is just a couple months down the road. But that's going to be all for now. I will catch you next week for sure. Might do some sporadic midweek stuff with Night in the Woods if I feel like it. And yeah, that's going to be all. Catch you down the road.